Rain and some wind, and that brings in the possibility of flooding, power outages, landslides. Yeah, this is a major weather deal here over the next 3 or 4 days. So let's get you out the door. First off, this morning, if you're getting on the roads this morning, we're actually in pretty good shape. It's dry out there over the Rose City sky camera looking back at a cloudy downtown, 52 degrees. The impacts kick in a little bit later today through tonight, tomorrow, and Wednesday. What are the impacts? Prolonged steady rain. Heavy at times. There will be occasionally some gusty wind as well. So that means the potential with the saturated soils that, a little bit of wind could knock down trees and power lines, etc. The rain itself could cause landslides. The rain itself could cause low-lying areas to flood in areas that are prone to river rises, not necessarily the Columbia or the Willamette, but some of our smaller but significant rivers like the Cowlitz River, the Lewis River, the Tualatin River, the Clackamas River, and many, many more. So all of that is in the cards here over the next couple of days. Clear storm drains. You could do your part by helping the roads clear some of that water, and obviously be prepared if you do lose power. It could be one of those types of situations. In total, we're looking for maybe 4 to potentially 7 inches of rain up and down the I-5 corridor, primarily focused on Portland and Vancouver and points north for those higher amounts over the next couple of days. The risk of landslides and flooding is real. And the rain starts to taper off, I think, as we go into Thursday morning, and we'll finally say goodbye to this. But in the meantime, a flood watch is up from 10 o'clock today through 4 a.m. on Friday, and a wind advisory is also up later today as we're on the warm side of this system, and so gusty south winds will begin to develop as the rain moves in. For now, we've had a little smattering of showers out there, but the steadier, heavier rain is just offshore. That comes sweeping into the area by mid to late morning, and it'll be maybe gentle rain at the start, but the rain intensity will pick up, and you can see these yellows and oranges, especially focused on the higher terrain. It's going to be raining at, a quarter of an inch an hour for hours. For hours. That's what an atmospheric river is. It's basically a fire hose pointed at one location, and that's what we've got here through the mid-morning hours of tomorrow. Futurecast does take that first system off to the east. We get a little reprieve, and then the second system comes in later tomorrow night into Wednesday. So between the two, that's where we think we could pick up anywhere between 4 and maybe as much as 7 inches of rain somewhere in the I-5 corridor. Don't get too fixated on these numbers. They could shift around a little bit, but the big numbers here up in the higher terrain and the Cascades and the Coast Range are increasingly troubling, of course, because there's no snow, and that brings up the potential for landslides, mudslides, etc. I mentioned the wind. The south winds will start to pick up a little bit. Futurecast shows gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles an hour possible both today and again on Wednesday. So another facet to this system we're going to have to watch out for. It's mild. It's 52 degrees last check at the airport, and temperatures today generally in the upper 50s. So very mild weather. That is another theme here that will continue over the next several days. We've got the heavy rain and breezy conditions tomorrow, heavy rain, breezy conditions on Wednesday as well. And then we get a break. But even as we get that break on Thursday, that's when rivers are likely to be at their highest. So again, a very active weather week, and you'll want to stay tuned, and we'll keep you posted.